Good morning student, welcome you all in our today's lecture. Today we will see the most important topic of our syllabus, that is carbohydrate. Okay. Carbohydrate. What is meant by carbohydrate? Carbohydrate are broadly defined as a polyhydroxyaldehyde or ketones and their derivatives, or as a substance that yield one of these compound is known as a carbohydrate. Carbohydrate composed of carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. It also write as a symbol CHO. Okay. The functional group present include hydroxyl group and O prefix OSE indicates that is a sugar. Functions of carbohydrate in cell. Major source of energy for the cell. Major structural component of plant cell. Immediate energy in form of glucose. Reserve and store energy in the form of glycogen. Then we will see the classification of carbohydrate. Carbohydrates are classified according to number of subunits that make them. Carbohydrates are classified as a three part. One is a monosaccharide, oligosaccharide that includes disaccharide, trisaccharide and tetrasaccharide, and polysaccharide. We see the classification as a tree diagram. Carbohydrates are classified as a monosaccharide, then oligosaccharide which include disaccharide, then polysaccharide. Example of monosaccharide are glucose, fructose and galactose. Monosaccharide means what? That sugar which having only one sugar molecule. Then disaccharide which have two sugar molecule, for example sucrose, lactose and maltose. Then oligosaccharide which contains 2 to 10 sugar molecules, for example raffinose and stachyose. Last class is a polysaccharide which contains 10 and more than 10 sugar molecules are the polysaccharide, for example starch, glycogen and cellulose. We see classification of carbohydrate in detail. First class is a monosaccharide. Monosaccharide is a simple sugar or a compound which possesses free aldehyde or free ketone group and two or more hydroxyl group. They are the simplest sugar that cannot be hydrolyzed further into smallest unit. Monosaccharide contains a simple sugar chain and are classified on the basis of number of carbon atoms they possess and as a aldehyde or ketone depending upon their group. Aldehyde group is indicated as CHO group and ketone group is indicated as C double bond O group. Okay. Now classification of monosaccharide on the basis of carbon atoms. It is classified as a triose, tetrose, pentose and hexose. Triose C3H6O3 and which contains aldehyde group it called as a glyceraldehyde, and triose which having ketone group is called as a dihydroxyacetone. Then tetrose which contains 4 carbon atoms C4H8O4, for example erythrose किंवा threose. Then ketone group is called as a erythrulose. Then pentose which contains 5 carbon atoms, for example ribose, then xylose. These are the example of aldehyde pentose sugar, and example of ketone pentose sugar is a ribulose. Then hexose, which contains 6 carbon atoms C6H12O6. It is a glucose. In case of aldehyde group and if have a ketone group, it's called as a fructose. And another example of aldehyde hexose are the galactose, mannose or glucose. Then see some important properties of these monosaccharides. Hexose, first hexose is a glucose. Glucose, the essential energy source for all body functions. Other name dextrose and blood sugar, a compound of each disaccharides. Then galactose, seldom occurs freely in nature. Galactose, which is bind with glucose to form sugar in milk, that is a lactose. How lactose is formed? It is formed by galactose and glucose. Once absorbed by body, galactose is converted to glucose to provide energy. Then last hexose is a fructose. The sweetest of all sugar is a fructose and occurs naturally in fruit and honey. It is also called as a fruit sugar. And these are the structure of glucose, galactose and fructose. Glucose and fructose has the same structure, but they are symmetrically isomer to each other. Then properties of monosaccharide. Properties of monosaccharides are mutarotation, glycoside formation, reducing power, oxidation reduction, then dehydration, methylation or esterification. These are the most important properties of the monosaccharide. Now see one by one what is meant by mutarotation. When the monosaccharide is dissolved in water, the optical rotatory power of the solution gradually changes until it reaches a constant value. For example, when D-glucose is dissolved in water, the specific rotation of plus 112.2 angle is obtained, but this slowly changes so that at 24 hours the value has become a plus 52.7. This gradually change in specific rotation is known as a mutarotation. It is nothing but shown in number of pentose, hexose and reducing disaccharides. Then glycoside formation. When D-glucose solution is treated with methanol and HCl, two compounds are formed. These are alpha and beta D-glycosides. Thus formed glycosides are not reducing sugar and also does not show phenomenon of mutarotation. Means it can be changed their rotation, that's called as a, and only form the glycosides is called as a glycoside formation. Then reducing power. The sugar having free or potentially free aldehyde or ketone group have an ability to reduce the cupric acid to cuprous is known as a reducing power. For the example of that, it is the most important sentence which is asked mostly in the exam, that is all monosaccharides are the reducing sugars, and reducing sugar plus copper means cupric copper is changed into cuprous copper. That is a most important property of monosaccharide. Then oxidation or reduction. The alcoholic OH, aldehyde or ketone group are oxidized to carboxyl group which contains oxidizing agent. The oxidation may be brought under mild or with vigorous oxidizing condition. How oxidation and reduction form. With mild oxidant like BrH2O. In this group, only aldehyde is oxidized to produce glyconic acid, that is a monocarbonic acid. Ketone do not respond to this reaction. Means when oxidation occurs with a BrH2O, only aldehyde group is involved in that reaction, and ketone group is not responsible for that oxidation process. Next is a oxidation with a strong oxidizing agent like a concentrated HNO3. Both aldehyde or ketone groups are oxidized to yield dicarboxylic acid. Then third oxidation reaction, oxidation with metal hydroxide like copper hydroxide or mercury hydroxide. Free aldehyde or ketone group of mutarotating sugar and reduce themselves to lower oxides of free metals. Then next is a reduction. The aldehyde or ketone group present can be reduced to produce respective alcohol with sodium amalgam. For example, fructose and glucose give a dehydration. The monosaccharides, when treated with a concentrated sulfuric acid, it gets dehydrated to form a 5-hydroxyl methylfurfural derivatives. Then next property is methylation. It is also called as esterification. The glycosidic and alcoholic OH group of monosaccharides and reducing disaccharides reacts with a acetylating agent like a acetic anhydride in pyridine to form acetate derivatives is called as a ester. Means when monosaccharides are treated with a glycosidic or alcoholic OH group, they can be form esters. These are the properties of monosaccharides. Which are the properties of monosaccharide? First is a mutarotation, then glycoside formation, reducing power, oxidation and reduction. Oxidation occurs with BrH2O, then concentrated nitric acid, then metal hydroxide. Then reduction will be occurs with a sodium amalgam. Then dehydration occurs by the concentrated sulfuric acid. Then last one is a methylation and esterification. Monosaccharide when treated with a glycosidic or alcoholic OH group, they can be form esters. Then carbohydrates with carbonyl group or in a hemiacetal form, it gives positive taste to the Benedict and Fehling's reagent. Without having been hydrolyzed are referred as a reducing, and other, that is acetyl type, they are non-reducing. Means when carbohydrates are treated with a Benedict or Fehling's reagent, they can be called as a reducing or non-reducing sugar. When they can be dissolved in the or hydrolyzed in the Benedict or Fehling's reagent, it called as a reducing, and which can't reduce or hydrolyzed in the Benedict, it's called as a non-reducing sugar. Now see the difference between reducing sugar and non-reducing sugar. Carbohydrates with free aldehyde or a free ketone group is a reducing sugar, while aldehyde or ketone group is not free but instead utilized to bond formation is a non-reducing sugar. Reducing sugar, they are in hemiacetal or hemiketal form, but non-reducing sugar, they are in acetal or ketal form. Reducing sugar do exhibit mutarotation, while non-reducing sugar doesn't happen mutarotation. Reducing sugar do form oxazones with phenyl hydrazide, and non-reducing sugar doesn't form oxazones. Then Reducing sugar do form oximes with hydroxyl ion, and non-reducing sugar doesn't form oximes. Example of reducing sugar are glucose, fructose, lactose, maltose and cellulose. While non-reducing sugars are sucrose, glycogen and insulin. Now this is all about the monosaccharide. Now we see the oligosaccharides. These are the compound sugar that yield 2 to 10 molecules of same or different monosaccharides or a hydrolysis. Accordingly, an oligosaccharides yielding 2 molecules of monosaccharide on a hydrolysis is designed as a disaccharides, and one yielding 3 molecules of monosaccharide is called as a trisaccharides. Now see the classification of oligosaccharide as a disaccharide, trisaccharide, tetrasaccharide and pentasaccharides. Example of disaccharide: sucrose, lactose, maltose, cellulose. These are most important example of the disaccharide. Then trisaccharide: raffinose and ribose is the most important example of a trisaccharide. Then tetrasaccharide, for example strachiosa. Pentasaccharide, example verbascose. The molecule composition: the 3 legume oligosaccharides, for example raffinose, strachiosa and verbascose, is shown as a below. Means how they are represent is shown as a here. Maltose, when hydrolyzed form glucose and glucose molecule. Means by combining glucose and glucose molecule forms maltose. Glucose and galactose molecule form lactose, and glucose and fructose molecule forms sucrose. Disaccharide: the compounds of 2 monosaccharide is called as a disaccharides. Cell all make disaccharide by joining 2 monosaccharides by biosynthesis. Glucose plus fructose form a sucrose. Sucrose is a table sugar found naturally in plant. For example sugar cane, sugar beet, honey, maple syrup. Then sucrose may be purified from plant sources into brown, white and powdered sugar. These are the sucrose. And next is a lactose. How lactose is formed? By combining glucose and galactose, the primary sugar in milk and milk product. Many people have a problem of digestion. Large amount of lactose. When large amount of lactose is used, then their problem will be occur. Then next is a maltose. Maltose is formed by glucose and 2 glucose molecule. Maltose produced when starch breaks down, used naturally in fermentation reaction of alcohol and beer manufacturing. Means maltose is mostly used in the beer manufacturing. Then next class is a trisaccharide, composed of 3 monosaccharides. For example raffinose, formed by 1 molecule of each glucose, fructose and galactose. Then strachiosa, tetrasaccharide, for example strachiosa, composed of 2 molecules of galactose and 1 molecule of glucose and 1 molecule of fructose. Means strachiosa is formed by 2 molecule of glucose, 2 molecule of galactose, 1 molecule of glucose and 1 molecule of fructose. Then next class is a polysaccharide. What is meant by polysaccharides? The sugar containing 10 or more monosaccharide unit attached together is called as a polysaccharide. For example starch, glycogen, fiber. Starch is a digestible sugar. Glycogen is also digestible sugar. but fiber is not a digestible sugar, it is a indigestible sugar. Long chain of a glucose unit form this polysaccharide. Cellulose gives structure to plant, fiber to out diet. Then glycogen is an energy storage sugar produced by animal. Means cellulose is a structural polysaccharide in a plant. Glycogen is a storage polysaccharide in animals. Then liver cells synthesize glycogen after a meal to maintain blood glucose level. Then a great majority of carbohydrate of nature occurs as a polysaccharide. Chemically, the polysaccharides may be distinguished into homopolysaccharide, which yield on hydrolysis a single monosaccharide. Means homosaccharide means what? Those monosaccharides which can yield single monosaccharide units. Then heteropolysaccharides, which produce mixture of the monosaccharides on hydrolysis. Based on their functions aspect, the polysaccharide may be grouped as nutrient or digestible polysaccharide or structural or indigestible polysaccharide. First is a nutrient or digestible polysaccharides. These acts as a metabolic reserve of monosaccharide in plant and animal. For example, starch in a plant, glycogen in a animal, and insulin. Then structural polysaccharide. These reserve as a rigid mechanical structure in a plant and animals. For example, cellulose, pectin, and chitin, and also hyaluronic acid or chondroitinic acid. The types of monosaccharide. See the specific properties of polysaccharides. First, starch, the major digestible polysaccharide in our diet. The storage form of carbohydrate in plant, means sugar can be stored in plant as a starch. Then sources, for example, wheat, rice, corn, rye, barley, potato, tubers, yams. Okay, two types of plant starch. First is a amylose and another one is a amylopectin. Then amylose. Amylose is the form of straight chain linked together with alpha 1,4 linkage. Indicates 300 to 5,500 glucose units per molecule. Molecular weight ranges from 10 raised to power 5 to 10 raised to power 6. Generally, it is a water soluble and give blue color in with iodine. Then amylopectin. It contains besides chain, means complex chain, several branched chain which are arranged in alpha 1,4 and beta 1,6 linkage unit. One molecule of amylopectin contains 50,000 to 5 lakh glucose molecule. Molecular weight ranges from 10 raised to power 7 to 10 raised to power 8. It is insoluble in water and gives purple color with iodine. The question on this topic will be asked in the exam. Amylose gives dash color with iodine and amylopectin gives dash color in iodine. Amylopectin gives blue color and amylose gives blue color with iodine and amylopectin gives purple color with iodine. Then next type is a cellulose. Cellulose is the forms cell wall in plant cell, also called as a fiber or roughage. The indigestible by human, means cellulose is indigestible for humans. Then third most important polysaccharide is a glycogen, the storage form of a glucose in the body, stored in the liver and muscles, found in tiny amount of meat sources, not found in a plant, and not a significant food source of carbohydrate. Means glycogen is stored as polysaccharide in a human being, and they are stored in, okay, these are the polysaccharides. In today's lecture, we see monosaccharide, their classification as a aldose and ketose, or and their example. Then second class is a oligosaccharide. In that, oligosaccharide will be classified as a disaccharide, trisaccharide, and tetrasaccharide. Example of a trisaccharide we will see in this class, trisaccharide, tetrasaccharide. Then next class is a polysaccharide. Polysaccharide, in that there will be storage polysaccharide and structural polysaccharide. For example, starch, glycogen, then insulin. These are the polysaccharides. Now see some important concept related to the carbohydrate. First is the isomer. Isomers are molecules that have a same chemical formula but different in structure. Isomers means what? They have a same chemical formula but different in structure. For example, glucose and fructose. They have a same chemical formula, C6H12 and O6, but their chemical formula is, structure is a totally different because they are isomers to each other. Then stereoisomers differs in 3D orientation of atoms. Means those molecules which have same chemical formula, same structure but different in their orientation. Then distereoisomers are isomers with less than one chiral center. Chiral center means the carbon which contains or which attached to four different molecule or atoms is known as a chiral center or chiral carbon. Pairs of isomers that have opposite configuration at one or more of the chiral center but that are not mirror image of each other. These are diastereomers. Then epimers are the special types of diastereomer. Stereoisomers with more than one chiral center with which differ in chirality at only one chiral center. The chemical reaction which causes a change in chirality at one of many chiral center is called as a epimerization. Next concept is enantiomer. Isomerism in which two isomers are mirror image of each other is called as a enantiomer. Just like if any diagram we stay in front of a mirror image, they looks as a perfectly opposite to each other. That is called as a enantiomer. For example, glucose and D-glucose and L-glucose. The hydroxyl group of the chiral carbon we totally different to each other. You can see here hydroxyl atom of this molecule is in a right side and H molecule is left side, but in a mirror image it looks totally opposite. Hydrogen looks at a right side and hydroxyl at a left side. This is a enantiomer means totally opposite mirror image. Okay student, we today's lecture we see the carbohydrate and their classification, examples, chemical properties, means all of about the carbohydrates. Okay, thank you student and have a good day.